In a world where patrons are important, Blue Maxima reads off their names. Thanks to Alan, Billy, Blizz, Brett, Caleb, Chen, Christoph, David, Edia, Eric, Gary, Joey, the other Joey, Christopher, Matthew, Miguel, Mike, Mathaldu, Rodrigo, Sakchief, and Z for their support. The links to support me are down in the description. Enjoy the video. That is an absolutely terrifying title screen. In so many ways, it's actually kind of amazing. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima, and I'm here checking out Catherine Classic, the recently released port of the original Catherine to PC. A lot of people might be wondering why the hell I'm not doing the Vita version of full body. Well, as it turns out, these games are actually pretty story heavy, so it feels kind of bad to go and play a version of the game where I can't understand the story to begin with. So I'm just here checking out the PC version of Catherine because it's in English. I also want to bring up that some people are actually kind of upset about this version, mainly because they think Catherine Full Body, which is the new version with the extra Catherine and new content, is going to be out sometime this year. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure why, because this version only costs $20 US. I paid like $30 Australian, which is about the same amount. And considering that it's still a pretty damn full game, it's still a pretty good game, and that it is just a PC port of a game you don't have, well, it's Atlas, and everybody's been asking for Atlas on PC for some time. This is not exactly what they meant, but it's just worth noting. So, yeah. With all that said, let's go and actually check the game out. So we've got a few things that we can do here. Golden Theatre is the main story. Bauble is a sort of procedurally generated mode of just high score attacks, more or less. And of course, we have the configuration. So, you can play this game on a lower resolution by simply having it in borderless windowed and then turning down the resolution here. That will cut the render resolution to whatever you put in there. Again, I've been playing this on my GPD Win 2 because, honestly, I've been playing nothing but bloody remasters lately and this is starting to annoy me. But yes, I have been playing this on my GPD Win 2, and it works absolutely fine, although it's a bit heavy on it. It still runs at the 30 FPS that the game requires. Apparently this is supposed to have like unlocked frame rates, but at the same time it's only running at 30 due to the game logic, which again, I can understand. It isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't hurt your eyes or anything. The few problems I have with the game are not related to the PC port. The PC port is fine. You do also have some graphics options here, although not much. You can turn off depth of field, bloom, blur, and anti-aliasing, but I would actually recommend turning at least the depth of field and the bloom off, but for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to leave them all on. You can, of course, also change your volume levels, which I can appreciate, and some game options here, including the option to change your languages, so you can change Japanese to English, but this is a Atlas dub, so frankly the dub's pretty good. There's no reason not to go with it on this run. And you can also change all your inputs, including for player 2, who only shows up during the Bauble mode. So we're going to go play Golden Theatre, but the way this mode works is that it's actually a little bit odd. The way it works is that you play through the bar section, then you play through the stage, then you get a few minutes worth of cutscene to bring you up to par on the story so far, and then pops you back in the bar, and you're not able to save between the stage and the cutscenes. So what I've done is, I've gone and actually recorded the segment before the part I'm about to show you on my Win 2. So this is actually going to look a little bit worse than what the game looks like, and I apologize for that, but, well, frankly, I have enough trouble with this game's puzzles that plopping it down, running through it again, and getting the cutscenes on the PC sounds like a nightmare. So I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to load straight into my version. So we're just going to do that right now. Now? How about now?
So, what did you want to talk about?
What are you doing here? Oh.
Are you okay? Did you drink too much last night? You called me over, and you don't even remember.
Huh? No way. I mean, yesterday,
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Weird. Me? God, why can't I remember the time I spend with you? It's like the important parts are missing.
Oh, I remember them though.
Well, I wonder why
Silly. Huh? Hey, what's this long hair?
That's Catherine's. What should I do? Should I just tell her? No, I can't let her find out like this. Oh, that's mine. Probably off my chest. You know, manly.
Huh? Your chest? Really?
Yeah, you know, it's that... But you know when sometimes the long white hair grows on your body, it's good luck?
But this is like really long.
Yeah, I was growing it out. Guess it just fell out by itself. Good thing, too. It's bad luck if you pull it out yourself, you know?
Oh, really? It's not from another girl, is it, Vincent?
No, why would you say that?
You know, because if it is, I'm going to die right here.
Hey, knock it off with all the dying stuff, okay?
Then I'll kill you. I die, or I kill you. Which would be better?
Come on, whoa. Ah!
Fine, I'll give you 5 seconds. If you don't answer me, I'll kill you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, come on. Quit fooling around.
5.
There's no other girl! Right, you're imagining things.
Is that the truth?
Of course it is.
Okay, I trust you.
Thanks. God, she's scary like this. Is she gonna pull a knife on me one day or something? Oh, no, there is no one day. I've got to do something about this relationship.
I'm not going to ask you about the past. It doesn't matter. But from now on, if you ever cheat on me, I'll be angry.
Okay.
You don't have to get that, do you?
Whoa, wait, hold on. No.
Hey!
What the heck? Why is this locked? Unchain this door!
Sure, hold on a second.
Who's that?
It is my landlady. She was trying to open the door.
The landlady.
Yeah, I forgot to pay my rent last month. You know how it is with money.
You gotta be kidding. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
What the hell, Vincent? What is this?
Will you keep it down?
Huh?
One of my bosses is here.
Huh? Really?
Not the best time for you to be.
Maybe I should at least say hello.
He gets real grumpy if you wake him up. He's sleeping in the back.
Well, if you really think it would... Huh? He's awake?
Hurry up! Outside!
Hey!
Go. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I just wanted to protect you from the smell.
Huh?
He really smells. You know, and he was drinking last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm glad I got you out in time. Whew. We're not that close, but he kind of forced his way in while he was drunk.
Oh, well, he is your boss, huh?
Yeah, he is.
You just seemed really stressed, so I came to see how you were doing.
Thank you. Come by after work and I'll complain some more.
Oh, I got you something from the new shop that opened up.
Oh, yeah?
Here. I'll see you later. Oh, and I am pregnant. I just wanted you to know.
Seriously? Was that why you really came here? I need to make up my mind quick. You don't know how that makes me feel. Seriously.
See ya.
We still need to meet my parents and tell them. Oh, and we have to pick a name, but that might be rushing things. I'll text you the details later. I gotta go.
Meeting the parents. Just gonna sit here and let this happen.
You got a mail.
Whoa. God, look at her. Oh, man, will you look at those? What am I doing? I can't look away. No, I've made up my mind. I can't let her tempt me. Shit, if she finds out, I am screwed. I gotta do something quick. No time to think about the future. Still. Is this girl?
Look out, it's the bathroom ghost.
You're late.
Did you see the movie where the guy was, you know...
Shut up, asshole! And just give me some toilet paper, please.
Well, quit mumbling. I can't concentrate in here.
Still, this girl.
What? Girl? Hey, what are you looking at in there? I want to see.
Oh, shit. God, what am I thinking? This can't go on any longer. I have to tell her to stop.
Dude, do not delete that picture.
So, you still doing the two-timing tango?
Yeah, don't say it like that. It wasn't on purpose.
Well, if she is pregnant, you gotta bite the bullet.
Yeah, you're only saying that because it's not you.
Hey, man, variety is the spice of life. You need to enjoy it more. Just like the wasabi-coated sushi they serve here. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You suck at metaphors.
What I'm saying is, you've got options ahead of you.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe Catherine would be happier as a single mom than she would be with you.
What, are you drunk? No, she wouldn't want that.
Well, what exactly do you want here?
My mind and my heart don't exactly agree on that.
Uh-huh. Well, then you've got to be even more careful. If you're caught, you can't call it an accident anymore.
I know.
Accidents, huh? More and more of them lately. The old guy next door to me kicked the bucket.
I heard. Shocking, huh? Thought he always did like to party.
Probably party too hard. He had this horrible look on his face.
Really? It's like that stuff on the news.
Anyway, have some Maguro. It's supposed to be good for your circulation.
Huh?
You're as pale as a ghost, man.
Oh.
You going to the bar tonight?
Maybe. You?
I have to pass today. Got overtime. But I guess all you can do is drink and forget, huh?
Pretty much.
Alright, so I've loaded into my game here, and there are a bunch of things that we can do. We can actually have a look at things like text messages. We can also see the messages we've sent, and we can also go to the awards screen, and this actually lets us replay past stages. And honestly, I'm kind of tempted to just do that instead of going through to the next part of the game, because holy crap, I suck at this, and I'm going to try and avoid playing the actual game as long as possible. But yeah, you can actually read text messages from people, which is nice. And some of them can actually be replied to. You can also drink your drink. Wrong button. And the more you drink, the faster you'll actually be in the puzzle sections, which is interesting.
I am
You also get little
And here I am cheating for a third
things
time.
here.
What am I doing?
Little just reminiscence of the story so far. So I'm guessing this is because if you saved and you've come back
Why can't I just tell her
after a long while, it just helps you figure out the story. I'm just gonna finish my drink here.
But here's some
And yes, they actually give you some trivia on the drink you've been drinking, which is
outlawed alcohol
nice thing.
in 1933.
Like, I'm kind of reminded of Yakuza for some reason. Like, I don't understand why this is a thing, but sure, it's just a random thing that popped up. I only realized this was here in the bar section before this bar section, so yeah.
Alcohol made in secret tended to taste terrible, so people began mixing it with anything and everything to make it more enjoyable. These are the roots of the modern cocktail. The more you stamp on a weed, the more it thrives. My, that's deep. And that was the cocktail.
Tea already?
Thank you for the cocktail trivia.
All right. You know what
And you
you
can
want?
also pick what
I'll try
extra
something.
drink you want, and if you finish that off, I think you get another bit of trivia,
There you
which
go.
is actually
Rare
pretty
for you to be
cool.
Here by yourself.
It's a nice little detail. This game has a lot of like really small and nice details. The major detail about this section here in the bar is that it actually proceeds in real time, so people will eventually get up and walk away. And there is a reason you want to actually get up and talk to people throughout this part of the game, because due to the fact that you are basically stuck in this never-ending nightmare of people getting stuck in dreams and risking death, you want to be getting up and talking to people as much as possible, because if these people fall into the dream, they're going to need a little bit of a buck up in order to actually make it through the night. If you don't actually talk to anyone, or at least there is a certain person that you don't talk to in this part, they can and will die.
Started bringing you snacks
It's actually kind of depressing.
I thought she just wasn't
So
hungry.
making the best effort to go around and talk to everyone is definitely something that you want to
It
do.
wasn't all fun, but I felt more alive. More than I do now. It's with you.
Thankfully, all the conversations are interesting. They all definitely revolve around very adult topics of relationships and,
I'm just
well, basically the idea is that everybody is being forced into these weird climb for your life segments is basically a cheater, so it obviously brings up the it obviously brings up the topics of relationships. And there are a lot of different things going on in this game that are just weird in that certain sense. And it's from the people who made the Persona trilogy, that is 3, 4, and 5. So you can understand where they'd sort of go with those sorts of things.
I killed my wife.
What?
That's the other case I told you I'm investigating. From 6 years ago.
You killed your wife, and you're still researching the case.
I'm trash. Sorry, I don't have any information about that incident. I'll be on the job today, though, so hopefully I'll have something for you.
That's interesting. Who's this guy? Oh, I got a text message. I've successfully completed stage 4. Out of like 8 or 9, there's not actually that many stages. I'm at about the halfway point, as far as I know. How's it going? So this is the sexy Catherine. You have 2 Catherines to pick from in this game. The safe Catherine and the dangerous Catherine. And you can actually choose how you reply to her here. So I can say I'm drinking with friends, or I'm still at work, or why do you care? And you can actually choose what reply. And as you can see, it actually changes the ending that you'll be getting, because that's a thing.
When we get married, you want to go on a honeymoon in space? They lowered the application fee. It's cheaper now.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's only $50,000 instead of $80,000. What a steal. Besides, that's just the application fee. Who knows how much more the trip will cost? And what's this about marriage? You're joking, right?
Trip into space, huh?
I suppose I can't put it off any longer. There's usually more people in the bar. Oh, hello, Justin.
Hey, do you have some time to talk?
I suppose I have to sit down for this. Fair enough.
I've got a confession to make. I'm really only an ex-journalist.
Oh, so you quit?
I still do research, but I've stopped the whole writing part.
Okay, but why?
Long ago, I covered a story on a young girl, a ballerina, very talented. Lots of people were sure she'd make it big. I wrote an article about her because her story touched me. She was poor and had to take several part-time jobs while studying ballet. The article was a hit, and her popularity soared. It's the truth.
Wow, it's really something.
But at the same time, she suddenly had a lot of enemies. They must have been rivals, jealous of her newfound fame. After all the harassment, her family...
What?
I'm sorry. I'll tell the rest some other time. I don't think I've had enough to drink today.
Go easy on the booze, okay?
There is some more stuff that you can do in the bar, of course, and as I said, it's real time. People will come and go, and you can literally just walk out the bar right now if you want to. But that might mean someone will show up later that you...
It's you. Sit.
Probably want to talk to in order to keep them alive.
Can't believe you don't remember me. And all this time, I was striving to one-up you.
One-up? What?
I can change the markets with a nod of my head. I've got friends in every branch of government you can think of. I've done a complete 180 from when I was in
Not to mention everyone in this game is an interesting character. There are a lot of...
It's not like that.
Maybe it wasn't to you, but I've been trying to surpass.
There are a lot of interesting people.
I don't think I'm that great of a person.
You don't get that much time to talk to them, but they actually make pretty good use of the amount of time you do have.
I can't make the one person that I love happy.
Oh, Anna, was it?
Out of everything in my life, she's the one thing I ever chose for myself. But I have another fiancé.
I don't know what to say.
I don't need your pity. I'm not wrong.
And there goes the cop. If I hadn't talked to him... Oh, look. The meter goes a little bit back to the right. Yeah, I'm being told off by the other Catherine because that is a thing. But frankly, I'm not even going to respond to that one. I don't even know who I've been going for in particular. The 2 Catherines are very different people, but still, I've just been kind of sticking in the middle for one reason or another. You can walk over to this arcade game here and actually play it, because that's actually an example of the gameplay. But I'm not going to do that just because showing off an actual level of the game would be better, but just know that the levels in this game, well, I might come back to this later, but the levels in this game are basically just puzzles where your movement is limited, but you have unlimited time, so you can only move blocks a certain amount. You can also go into the restroom to do things like look at pictures on your phone that you don't want to see in public.
Shit.
Yep.
Can't look at this in public. Need to check this out somewhere where no one can.
I admit that's pretty funny. That is actually kind of nice. So, let's go home.
Wow, you don't look so hot. You should go home and get some rest.
I know. Oh, yeah, got my bill.
Yeah, put it on your tab, right? I know. Anyway, just
Erica's
make
a
sure
nice
you get
lady.
home safely, okay? With all the rumors and bad news going around.
You worry too much, Erica. I'll be fine. See you soon.
So this is where the theme of the game really kicks in. So, there are a bunch of things I really like about the way this game presents itself, especially the ticking clock here. I don't know what it is about that ticking clock, but it's actually really unnerving. And it's kind of nice.
It's not from another
Especially given the
door,
game's,
is it, Vincent?
especially given the game's goals. In that you have to try and survive by climbing all the way up. And the ticking seems to make it sort of suspenseful in the sense that you're falling into the nightmare, or you're going to be falling into it very soon. It's very suspenseful in that way. Alright, so if you couldn't tell, that went really badly. So what we're going to do is we're going to load back into my game again, and since we have the ability to replay stages that I've already played, we're going to try playing an older stage, and we're going to see if I can do slightly better at that, because I just completely lost my train of thought multiple times. So we're going to go to my awards, and we're going to play the Torture Chamber. That will do the trick.
You're re-challenging the nightmare. Are you ready? Let's go then. The main course of the deadly trap blocks.
So yeah, this is stage 3. I tried to play stage 5, and I just lost it. Completely lost my train of thought, and... well, let's try something that's slightly easier. So, here we go. This is Catherine, and how it works is... it's a block-pushing puzzler game. Kind of out of nowhere, but it's also quite terrifying, like that poor sheep. He's gone, he's done for. So, here's how this game works. You move using the analog stick, and you can push and pull blocks using the A button and moving around with the analog stick. In this game, in this part of the game in particular anyway, moving is absolute. So you move to the left, you press left on the controller, and you will move left. Press it to the right, you'll move right. It makes perfect sense so far. And climbing is relatively simple. You can climb one block, but no more. So you need to... let's not do that again. Thankfully, you do also have an undo button, which is very generous of them, because holy crap, this game is hard. It can legitimately be incredibly difficult to play this game, because they are just absolute dicks sometimes with the way they outlay these puzzles. My god. Dead. But yes. So the way this all works is you're trying to climb to the very top, and to do this you need to push and pull blocks, but there are also a bunch of other things that you can do. So the main mechanic of the game is edges, and as you can see, these two blocks here weren't suspended by anything, so they, unfortunately, fall to the ground. They were just suspended in midair on their own. However, you can also play around with this mechanic because any block that connects to the edge of the main structure, even if it's just on the diagonal edge like this one, will just hang in the air. I do not want to step on those spikes because I can and will die. Also, get off this block. So yes, it can be kind of scary playing this game because you can trigger massive, you can trigger absolutely massive, block avalanches. Not even realizing it, just by moving one block in the wrong direction, you can and will get yourself killed. Just like I did there. You do get a lot of continues. I'm playing on the normal mode now, but at the same time, I also get infinite retries because I've already played this stage, which is a nice bonus if you're going for the higher scores. Scores are determined by multiple things. How fast you get up is the main one. There are a couple of other things that apply though. You can get coins. You can get piles of coins. And these piles of coins... Bugger off. These piles of coins will determine... these piles of coins give you extra score. And they also add to your multiplier. So you can get these coins. Shit. I forgot exactly... I forgot that I needed to move out of the way of those again. Awesome. But yes. They add to your score, but they also add to your multiplier, so collecting them all as quickly as possible is very important. You do also need to fend off the other sheep, who are, of course, other people, so you can feel pretty bad about letting them die, but at the same time, you do also have your own set of people that you focus on saving. It's a little bit anachronistic. Is anachronistic the word? I don't think it is. It's a little bit, you know, it's against kind of the point of what they're going for, but we'll just leave that subject alone for a little bit. But yeah, basically, you have to try and work your way up as fast as possible, and you do also have to try and get as many coins as possible in order to get the best scores. Now, scores in this game can be modified by having as fast a multiplier as you can, big as multiplier as you can get, which is annoying because sometimes the sheep will do something along the lines of simply, the sheep will sometimes just do something along the lines of simply, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll just take your coins, more or less. They'll just take them and they won't be there anymore, which can really suck. So you do need to work around the other sheep, as well as, you know, working against the time limit. I think I've buggered myself here. Let's go back a bit. I said I sucked at this game, and I wasn't kidding, guys. So yeah, you end up having a lot of different things to fiddle with at once. Not to mention the fact that they love introducing really annoying mechanics from time to time. Just wait until you get introduced to, what's it called? Wait until you get introduced to... My brain's not working with me today and I hate it. Wait until you get introduced to the sections where you have to work with the, I'm pretty sure I've buggered myself here again, but... Let's go back. Thankfully I'm doing also resets your time, so, right. I'll pull this out. Push it over there, pull this out. Push it over there. That'll do it. Right, up I go, and I grab it. And I made it out. Sweet. Also, for some reason it was showing the PlayStation button prompt, so I'm using a 360 pad. That's a little bizarre, but oh well. But yeah, they introduce all sorts of weird mechanics later on, including stuff along the lines like ice blocks, and bomb blocks, and different kinds of sheep that you have to fiddle with. So the puzzles just get harder and harder and harder. And of course, if you don't get up as fast as humanly possible, that means you won't get the prize. The prize being the gold prize, which is needed to actually unlock stuff outside of the story mode. So, yeah, it can kind of suck. Thankfully, you can go back and replay as much as possible, but at the same time, if you're having trouble on a puzzle, it can really get on your nerves, trying to get through stuff as quick as humanly possible. And there are a couple of other things that really don't help. The main thing being the controls. Now, I said before that the controls work absolute. You press right, you move right. You press left, you move left. This only applies up to a certain point. Notice how I've dropped down here. The controls change when you drop off a ledge to relative controls. For those of you who don't understand what I mean, I'll give you the examples. So if you press down here, you will go down onto the edge of the block. Now you might think, oh, I'll just press up and that'll get me back on the ledge. And in this case alone, that's true. But if I move over here to this ledge here, if I press up, it will also get me back on. No, because the way the controls work here is that they move from absolute to relative. So you might think, oh, I press left to move left, I press right to move right. But here, they move right relatively and absolutely. So it's a little bizarre. It's really hard to get used to because you end up in this situation where you think, oh, if I press right here, it'll make me go up. The controls just are just bizarre at times, especially when you have to very quickly swap between hanging off ledges, because it can really suck trying to do it all really quickly and ending up in a really bad position where you think that a button is going to do something, but it ends up not doing what you think it's going to do, and it just screws you. This happens a lot early on. You get used to it as you play and you get used to it as you play. You get used to the idea of the controls changing as you end up in different positions, but it can really get on your nerves early on, and it can and will actually get you killed. I know I'm having a hard time explaining it, but it's not really something that I can actively explain. It's something you kind of have to play for yourself to really get the implications of it, which annoys the shit out of me if I'm being perfectly honest. And we'll push that one back over there. There we go. No, I can go up this way too and see what's up here. Oh, I think I've done myself in. Let's, With all of that said, though, the actual block puzzling side of things is actually still pretty good. I say that they do a lot with mechanics, and I mean it. They have a lot of different ways of playing around with it, and there are some ways that are actually pretty good for the game's longevity as well. There is, there's a lot of, what would you call it? Hang on, I'm gonna have to come back down here and build myself a way up. Can I climb all the way around? Yes, you can rotate the camera like this, but it doesn't really help when in most situations. Nah, I've screwed myself. The blocks are falling away from under me, so I'm just gonna undo as far back as I can get and hopefully not die. I do have that creator block, though. Yep, I can't go further back than this. That's unfortunate. Push this one out of the way. Almost got crushed by that block, but not entirely. And push that over there, so I can get this out of the way, and just climb back up this way. Cool. But yeah, the actual... Undo that. The actual puzzling side of things really works. Like, it absolutely does work really well. Hang on, I keep forgetting this blade technique. You gotta do the far one first. No, you gotta do this one first. So that you push that over... Damn my brain's not working with me today, I'm sorry. Alright, we pull this one here, then we come back and push that over there, so that we can pull this out here and make a staircase. They do have, as I said before, a lot of mechanics to help you to play around with in the game. And they do actually help you with this in the in-between parts of the levels, which for some reason didn't actually pop up this time. But they actually teach you, like, extra, They actually teach you extra, like, little techniques that you can do. Like this technique here, which is pulling it. They teach you all the different ways that you can pull and push in order to, They teach you all the different ways that you can pull and push in order to, like, successfully play through the game. No, I don't think that's what I want to do. Actually, that is what I want to do. If I push that over there, I pull this. God, the controls in this is so weird. Right, okay. Now we just pull ourselves back around here. Push that over there. Push that over there. This, circle around. Drop on that and immediately die because I am dumb. Let's give that another try. But yeah, they teach you a lot of techniques in between the levels in order to actually help you out a bit. Although they are kind of hard to absorb all at once, especially since they give you like 3 at a time. And those mechanics end up not really being that useful in like certain levels. Like you might end up going through a level and then seeing a technique that would have helped you out on that level, and then not getting another technique again that would help you. Then not actually getting a technique that would actually help you. Wrong one again. Brain, work with me. Pull this one. Pull it over here. Push it over here. Pull that. And that's a stair. Pull far one first. Yeah, they teach you a lot of techniques to help you out, and they give you a lot to work with. With that said though, game's still really damn hard. Like, I'm playing on the normal difficulty, and these puzzles are just wiping the floor with me. They should give you an option to let you change the difficulty halfway through, because it really feels like you kind of need it at this point. Build myself a slightly better staircase. Down. Right, I can just throw this block out here and go straight up. Cool. The actual block puzzling is interesting. They give you a lot to work with, they give you a lot of strategies, but my god, it's hard. You might think you're capable of playing on normal, but if you aren't good at puzzle games at all, you will want to play on easy. Because holy crap, I'm getting the floor wiped with me. There is also some other mechanics that show up.
Would you like to retry this area?
For example,
this is the final area. Use the terrain.
notice how he said avoid attacks? Thank you, Confederacy. Thank you very much for stating the obvious. Boss fights!
Seriously, give me a break.
Yep. That's a thing. The Immoral Beast. So yep, it's the same gameplay, just instead of having the blocks falling away from under you, you're being chased by something that can and will actively kill you. So run for it. As I said before, they do have a bunch of other ways to actually play around the gameplay in this as well. The main example is the Bauble mode, which is more or less a procedurally generated high score attack game mode. So you have 4 different stages you unlock by doing well in the stages in this game. And the puzzles are generated different every time, so there are leaderboards. My controls have been reversed because I got hit by the attack. That is really frustrating. Because they also don't give you a warning for how long it is until it runs out. So you end up in this position where if I move in the wrong direction, I might get killed. It's a very, very annoying sort of boss fight. Also, it's very fucking quick. So, we kind of need to, move our asses. And the unfortunate thing is I've kind of completely forgotten how to scale this area properly. Despite the fact that I played this stage literally yesterday. Well, this is what it looks like when you die to a boss fight. Just splat, you're dead. But, thankfully, checkpoints are a thing. And there is also the arcade machine I said before, which has 64 puzzle stages, which rate you on the amount of moves you make with the blocks and not the amount of time it takes you to climb them. So, whoops. I'm dead. Just let that one go.
May you rest in peace.
It is a good game. It is a very hard game, and if you are not into puzzle games whatsoever, I tell you to avoid it like the plague, because holy crap, I've been having so much trouble with it. Again, the option to put it down to like easy when you've decided to play on normal to start with would be really appreciated at this point, because holy crap. Hang on, let me just push it a few blocks away so that I can... There, that's what I want to do. Right, up, up, up. Push that over there. Oh, I just crushed myself with a block. God damn it, I swear I played this before, but again, I was just as incompetent. Yeah. The 4 different stages you get to do score attacks on are actually pretty interesting. They rank you on how fast you are at completing it, or how many levels you make it up before you eventually fall to your death. Which is nice, because it even gives like people that are kind of shit at the game at least an opportunity to try and get on the high scoreboard, which is appreciated, especially when it comes to me. There are also plenty of, oh god. And there are also plenty of puzzles in the one. There are 64 puzzles in the mode which is purely based on movement and not time, which is nice. Because that is a fair amount of puzzles. I pulled down the wrong direction. Left, left. God, these controls, especially when they're reversed. It's a dick move in so many ways. That's not what I wanted to do. Right, I gotta drop off somewhere where there's I gotta drop off somewhere where there's no thing. Fucking edges. Right, up, up, pull, pull, up, up. But the camera angle going away like that is really annoying when you're trying to actually see what the fuck you're doing. Alright, I'll just grab them. Across that. Hang on, pull this out. Up, up, up. Yeah? Yeah. Just gotta climb as fast as humanly possible. Just can't do much else. Must climb. That was a very well timed dodge on my part. Unfortunately, it doesn't work the same way twice. Right, we're almost at the goal. Almost. I made it! Can you tell that I'm shit at this game? Because I am absolutely shit at this game.
I get it now.
Alright, this actually lets you see that... Huh, I wasn't actually aware that you could... Oh. No, it just skips that little cutscene there. But yeah, I made it out. I was shit at it, but I made it out. And I only got bronze again, because I absolutely suck. This should not surprise anyone. No, I will not retry this area. Right, so let's go back and check out the Bauble before we call this off. So if we go to the Bauble, we can see both our records, which is not great, I must admit, and online leaderboards for the 4 stages. You can only see the top 100 though, which is kind of frustrating. At the same time, being number 454 is actually kind of impressive for me personally. Although it looks like the leaderboards have indeed been hacked, which is unfortunate. So yeah, you can also play this one in co-op. But of course, as we all know, I have no true friends. I've already played this bit, so I don't know why I bothered to show me the cutscene again. Yeah, you got 4 stages, but you have to earn a certain amount of gold prizes. You have to earn a certain amount of gold prizes in the main story mode on normal difficulty, so I stand no chance of unlocking everything except this one. So yeah, Bauble! So if we, whoop, wrong button. Skip the chapter. So,
3, 2, 1.
yep, this is what it looks like. Looks a little bit different. And it's definitely just procedurally generated. And you just gotta try and get to the top as fast as humanly possible. Makes more than enough sense to me in a game about climbing and pulling and pushing blocks in your nightmares. So yeah, that was a look at Catherine. I'm just gonna keep playing until I die. The actual block pulling and pushing, really good. Like, they've done a really good job in making an interesting and engaging puzzle game here. There are some downsides to this though, including the fact that the game's controls are an absolute dick and very hard to get used to. And that's definitely something that you want to, that's definitely something you want to keep in mind, because it can be an absolute dick trying to play this game. Hang on. Get myself a little bit of a bridge over to this side again. Push this over. See, as you can see, even just in the... Fuck me. Didn't even think about that before I jumped to my death. Let's give that one more try. But yeah, the actual puzzle game, pretty good. Marred by the controls, which are really hard to get used to and will get you killed more than once. It is also a very hard puzzle game, despite the fact that they give you a bunch of different techniques and a bunch of different ways to work at it. If you aren't very good at puzzle games, I'd suggest avoiding it like the plague, because holy crap, it can absolutely positively kick your ass if you're not very good at them, i.e. me. The story so far has been very engaging. The characters are all interesting, the dilemmas are very adult, and also very sort of Atlas-y. That's the best way to put it. They are very good with engaging with really mature themes, and Catherine just proves that. The game is an interesting ride in a lot of different ways, and I can definitely appreciate all the things it tries to do. And thankfully all the characters that they've crafted to go around with it are at least interesting enough to justify, you know, listening to them. It sucks in so many ways. Alright. Push that. Great, there's no actual, like, block under that. What the hell? Oh, I may have just done myself in. There is no undo in this mode, by the way. It's all or nothing, boys. So if you fuck up, you're gonna feel it. And yes, despite the fact that there's no, like, whoa! I did not see that happening. Yeah, despite the fact that you, despite the fact that you can't see it on the left, like in the main story, the blocks are always falling away. I would recommend Catherine. It's a very good game, and the port is fine. The only bug that I'm surprised didn't actually show up this time is there's this weird bug where sometimes random people's jaws in the 3D parts will end up on the other side of the room for no discernible reason while still being connected to their main bodies. It's a little bizarre, but that's the only real bug that I've found with this version at the very least. So yeah, good puzzle game, good story with interesting themes, controls kind of suck, and not really recommended if you aren't good at puzzle games, or at least willing to put the game down to easy and suck it up. So there you go. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.